Hi, okay, I'm gonna try to sneak in three more videos here. Alright. So this one is about Sandra Bullock and the movie Hope Floats. It was made in 1998 and she produced it as well as starred in it because she had a film company, Fortis Films. Okay. So she plays Birdie. Birdie. Her mother's played by Gina Rowlands. Her mother's name is Ramona, and Mae Whitman of The Secret Life of Bees and a lot of different movies played her daughter. And um, Justin Matisse is played by Harry Connick Jr. And you get from the outset, okay, first of all, the first scene in the movie is her husband breaking up with her because he's been cheating on her with his secretary. Um, and she didn't know that. And so they're on TV, and he's saying, "I gotta tell you something." And she's like, "What?" And then he says, I've been seeing Connie." Um, so yeah, so they break up, they divorce, and so she has to move, and so she moves in with her mother, Gina Rollins, and her daughter doesn't want to go at all. Um, she doesn't want to leave her friends, the whole thing, you know. And she says, and then so she lets the girl pout for a second. And then she says, "Okay, snap out of it. I know you don't want to go, but we have to go because we have to have a place to live and we can't live here anymore." So then the little girl gets familiar with the area they're going to be in, and she has a cousin Travis, and so automatically has a built-in playmate and everything. So it turns out okay, but at first she's like really stubborn and everything. And then the most interesting scene for me is that she's Sandra Bullock, Birdie, isn't in the bathroom, and her mother's sitting there talking to her because she's throwing up or something. And so her mother gives her some, like a mat to sit on, so her knees, it's like not hard against the tile. So then she's saying, you know, "Mama, I tried to be pleasing. I tried to do everything you wanted, but I don't know. I feel like I did everything, and then there was nothing else for me to do, and you know, and then at one point, like when I knew it was over, and you gotta imagine her crying, okay? She's crying, bawling, and like after that, then she like dries up a little bit, but she's still sobbing. So imagine that like state, okay? All right. So then she's saying, at one moment forever I could see myself in his eyes. And then one day I just couldn't see myself in his eyes anymore. And I don't know what I did. And and then Gina says, her mother says, okay, I get it. But at some point you have to live. You can't be afraid to live. You can't live in a state of fear where you're like afraid to move or afraid to do anything. And then she finally gets it. And then that night or the morning after is when she dies because she's sipping some tea in her bedroom. Like the tea is tea is in the teacup on the nightstand, and she goes to take a sip, and then it falls out of her hand, and she dies right there. And then the tea spills on the floor. So then after that, they have the funeral, of course, right? So then Harry Connick Jr. has been around and whatever. And Harry, he says, as Justin, he says, "I used to know you. Everybody wanted to be around Bertie Calvert. What happened to you, whatever." This is before. And then after the funeral and everything, she Sandra Bullock knows it's her mother from being an angel trying to get them together, kind of thing. So she says, "Okay, Mama, okay, I get it." So then they hang out, and you realize that they're gonna end up together. But for a while there, she doesn't want to be with him because she says that she doesn't see him that way, but he's the best friend she has. So it's kind of cool. In this instance, it's kind of cool they end up together because I don't feel it's like that they made them to be together. You know what I mean? Like they stuck them together, kind of a thing. So I like the movie. Um, it is 20 years old or whatever, but well, 25. Actually, 25 this year. But it's a good movie. It stands up. All right. Bye, everybody.